Hi Tailoring Talkers, Roberto here, just back from Silverstone. Had a fantastic track day with Box 3 Motorsport, and the reason I'm not looking at you is because I'm looking at the parts list from CT Carbon for my BMW M2 G87. So I did shoot some B-roll footage. I am going to take you through all of the modifications to my car because it's something that a lot of you have been asking and I've been promising. It's time to deliver on that promise. Let's start with the looks of the G87. I was with one of the instructors at Silverstone today and he was looking at my car and he said, hey, you know what? When I saw this for the first time, I thought it was bloody ugly. Not my car specifically, he just meant the M2 G87 in general. But he said, looking at yours, it's actually really good looking. And I pointed out the things that I'd done to it. He said that much like the M3, M4 before this, that had the redesign with the beaver teeth, nobody liked it, then it grew on everybody, now everybody thinks they're fantastic. He said it seems to be the same thing with the G87, that so many people think it's an ugly car, but then when they see it in the flesh, they actually really like it. Taking you through what I've done with my car, if we start at the back, I've always liked the G87 redesign, I love it. I can see the Lego comments and, you know, for me, I've said this in previous videos, I just think it looks stronger than the G87. There'll be, than the F87. I know there will be people watching this who will lay into me in the comments, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So let me take you through what I've done. So for me, the only things that were lacking, I love the design, but it needed beefing up. The first thing was the spoiler. I couldn't decide initially between a wing or the lip spoiler, and in the end I went for the lip spoiler because I didn't want the car to look too sort of track stroke boy racery. And the CT Carbon lip spoiler I really liked because it really does follow that sort of curvature that you get from the edges of the boot on both sides, and it's nice and tall without sticking out too much. Then the back bit, I think these are called the canards on the corners, but then I figured that needed to be done, and because I was doing that on each side, I wanted to tie them together by then doing the rear diffuser. So even though the LCI update for the G87 comes with black exhaust tips, I decided to add on the carbon fibre exhaust tips. Again, just to tie this whole back end together. So everything for me is about detail and design and so on. And I think the car from the rear does have a really gorgeous, not bulky, but you know, aggressive, beefed up sort of stance. Let me know what you think in the comments about all of this. If we then move round to the side of the car and then a little shot there of the actual lip spoiler so you can see sort of how it stands out. Then the only thing on the side that I wanted to deal with was again, just that kind of little bit of space that's going on, because you've obviously got that very big gap in the wheel arches that a lot of people have complained about, and there are a lot of people that have lowered their springs. I don't want to do that at the moment because I don't want to invalidate my warranty, but I thought at least if I went for the side skirts, it would just add something to the side of the car. So that's all we've done there for now. I might look to get 10mm spacers just to push the wheels out a little bit. But as one of the race instructors today said, you need to think about how that might change the handling of the car. And at the moment, the car on track is absolutely phenomenal, so I don't really want to mess around with that. And as I said, suspension, it's something that I might do in the future, but I'm not messing around with anything that is going to potentially invalidate my warranty. So there we go. As we move around to the front of the car, had to do the air intakes, but then that also meant doing the whole of this front section here where the radiator grille sits behind. Then obviously you then need the front splitter, going all the way across. I also went for the change of the kidney grills, so got rid of the stock ones and changed those to carbon fibre. And I think that really ties the whole front end together really nicely. I was following my brother in his McLaren down to Goodwood last week. He looked in his rearview mirror and he said, "Your M2 looks so aggressive." And then the very last thing was to go sort of full Batman and go for the yellow DRLs. Luckily CT Carbon, at the time I was going in to have all of this installed, had just brought out their own DRL module. Changing the DRLs to yellow, I think really helps make this car. It just looks so aggressive and so class. It's got road presence, and again, it just has this effect of when I'm on the motorway, you can literally see from the way that people either move out of the way or they move out of the way and they slow down to go alongside you to have a real proper look at the car. But it really makes it. And again, you know, I'm sure people will have their opinions and they'll let me know in the comments. But, you know, this car was sat there at Silverstone today next to a Ferrari and behind a Porsche 911. And it was getting photographed and it was getting as much attention and love as those amazing cars were as well. So there we go. So that's the list of all the mods that I did to my car. Yeah, I've spent about £5 grand. I did get a quote from M Performance division and they wanted 15 grand excluding installation for the M Performance kit. And I didn't want the Wolverine clause because you see the Wolverine clause on cars like the i4 and so on. I just wanted this to be very subtle. I wanted it to not look aftermarket. I wanted it to look OEM, and I think I've achieved that. To me, anyway, it doesn't look tacky. It's just the right balance of sort of aggression, class, and a little hint of boy racer, but without looking super tacky, you know, like I got everything off Temu or somewhere, or Halfords. So there we go. So that's everything that I did to my G87. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've got any question, feel free to ask. I will try to give you the answers or find the answers out. Thanks ever so much as always for watching. And yeah, thanks for being with me on this journey with this wonderful car. It's an amazing machine. Those of you that have just taken delivery or are waiting for yours, because I know there's some of you that are taking delivery July, August, September this year. As I've said before, you're in for a treat. It's worth the wait. And if you want to find out about Box 3 Motorsport, you can click on the link in the show notes. Thanks ever so much. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.